So hi guys, welcome to another episode of my live streams. I'm going to mix and master the track I started last year. That was the plan for today, as you remember. It's not gonna be a tutorial thing again. I probably won't be so talkative. I'm just going to do my thing and you will see how I do it, pretty much. And I actually oh, someone's following me. Great. I'm just not sure why I don't get the notification. Who knows? So I actually bounced down all the stamps today morning. And oh yeah, there you go. Stradex, thanks for the following. Welcome to the fam. So I bounced down all the stamps today and I need to find them. Yeah, it's 23 stamps, but I actually bounced them like if there was like through 4 different layers, but basically one instrument, we can say, with like a super soul lead sound with 4 layers. I bounced them together, so it's like one channel. Hey Gizus, nice to see you. Or Gizas. Welcome back. So 23 channels I have, which is really good. But as I told you, for example, this super soul leads is actually 4 layers, but I bounced it like in one channel, one stereo channel. So that's how I got 23 channels now. But originally it was like 65 or something. So I just drop them into a new project on different tracks. Yay! Yeah, I'm ready to name this track, but actually we named it Alliance last time, but I couldn't even pronounce it properly. It was I pronounced it like Alliance or something, and someone told me it's actually more like Alliance. Alliance. I need to work on my pronunciation, of course. The thing is, okay, so I don't even remember what's the key of the track. I need to check it. Seems so it's in D. And then I'm not so glad for that because that key is actually a bitch. Oh, you'll see. See, my latest track, which is gonna come out next month, So Long, is in D as well. Ah, my USB doesn't work. Why? So actually I use the good USB slot for the camera, and I need to use my my USB stick, which I usually use for DJing, because the first step for me to choose some good reference tracks which sonically good for referencing, which is really important to be in the same key, same musical key. So I need to look after like a D minor track on my USB, which sounds banging. Usually, to be honest, most of the times I use Andrew Bayer tracks for referencing, or Above and Beyond tracks, because I'm 100% sure those guys just the best sound engineers out there, and then all their tracks sounds just unbelievable. So that's why. So I'm going to choose, but as I told you, that's the D minor key is like there are not even tracks in this freaking key, just a couple, and most of the times some shitty Sunny Lex tracks. Alright. Ah, Jesus. I'm not going to choose my own tracks for referencing, that's for sure. Even though, for example, I got really good feedbacks on my latest one, So Long, from the Above and Beyond guys. They told me this is my best mix so far, which was really good to hear, because most of the times there are always some kind of issues. Seriously, there is not a single one in D minor. It's killing me, guys. Oh, this one is a 7 Lions track. Something's happening with my USB. Yeah, of course, guys, you can ask me any kind of questions. Yeah, I don't drink coffee, to be honest. I don't like its taste for some reason. And welcome everyone in the mixing session, mixing and mastering session. I think I found the perfect reference track. I'm just kidding. But it's on my USB. Actually. Fucking hell. Don't even know what's happening with my USB. I should have already make this. I mean, choosing the right reference tracks. Do you know any track in D minor which is Above and Beyond or Andrew Bayer? there is a track, Well and Beyond's Peace of Mind, but it's the Artie remix, and Artie has his really special kind of mixing and mastering, and that's not really the standard Angina Beats sounding, I guess. But I know already what I'm going to do. I don't even find a single one. Mezzo the Sky is indeed. I think I'm gonna choose something from G or A, because it's the 5th and the 7th seminote from D. So that should work actually. Yeah, there's many more tracks in G, that's for sure. Or I'm going to open the So Long project, because I'm sure I actually had to find some reference tracks in the same key, which was D. I actually put a chat box into the live stream. It's supposed to be on the screen. On a good day, Bluestone remix is in D minor. You say that? When I'm choosing the right reference tracks, I try to choose which is like pretty much similar in the style. Like if it has, for example, a more rolling bass line, I try to choose a reference track with a kind of rolling bass line as well. Or if it's more like a 40 longer legato type of bass line, and I try to choose those kinds. Sometimes I choose more reference tracks because one of them, it's really close to it in the intro section, but it's really different in the drop because it's just different. But for example, another track is really close to mine in style or the genre in the drop section, so it's, but the first which is important. It must be in the same key if possible. It's really important because of the frequencies will be must be the same. Like you need to. I'm going to show I'm using analyzer, and you're gonna see the same frequencies on the same certain points if it's in the same key. Oh god, yeah, I opened the so long track to see what I choose for referencing. Yeah, it's a Piece of Mind RT remix. It's not even close actually. So you see it, say the Bluestone on a good day is actually record box tells me it's A flat. Oh, it's the original. It's E flat. Yeah, it's E flat actually. It's not D. Almost. Just almost. I'm going to choose from the 7th then, from A minor. Jesus Christ, it's not so entertaining so far, right? And it's not even informative. I'm looking for tracks for like 20 minutes so far. Above and Beyond, Balearic Balls. G. It's gonna be good. It's the 5th. So actually I use a really good plugin for referencing. It's called Magic AB. And Jono and Ilan showed me actually like 1 or 2 years ago. And it's really, it's amazing for referencing because you just turn out at different tracks and it's changing in an eye blink, which is important to change, to be able to change really quick between the tracks. The Bluestone remix of Satellite is in A. So I'm putting that as well. You can actually, you can add like 9 different reference tracks to this plugin. I usually add like 3 or 4 different one. It's enough for me. Andrew Byer's Bullet Catch. I love this track. It's in G. I think it's gonna be good for the intro referencing. Oh. There's so many windows opened. Actually, this track is also in A, but it's really different in the style. Alright, I think it will be enough. It's 3 different tracks. Yeah, the Hello Jeremy Ismail remix could be good, but it's I feel it's pretty different in style, so that's why I didn't choose it. Yeah, this is the plugin Magic AB. All right. And I started with muting all the channels. I'm gonna actually kind of invented an own way to EQ every single channel, and I feel it's pretty like a magical thing, and it's my biggest secret so far. I'm not gonna tell how it works. It's about really certain calculations and numbers. I'm not gonna tell more about that, but you can see actually what I'm doing with the channels. So actually, if someone is pretty smart, like Albert Einstein smart or something. Maybe it's able to figure out, but it's not really easy because there's a certain mathematical theory behind the whole thing. It's I know it sounds like some Illuminati shit, but it's for me. I feel it's working, and I'm using it lately. I'm sending all my bass lines in one channel, one group channel. Yeah, I can tell it's about the harmonics. It's really important in the music and actually in everything. Pythagoras um, thought that the secrets of the whole universe can be found in the in the harmonic overtones actually, and maybe he was an insane person or something, but maybe not. Yeah, it's harmonics are really important, but and it was a really good guess actually, but it's not so simple. I made a huge mistake because I bounced these two sounds together, and the higher one is just much louder. But I can fix it, I think. Oh, fuck, no. I can start again. Fucking hell. You know what? This is my workflow, guys. How do you like it? Pressing delete and next. Alright, it's time to listen to some of the reference tracks. I'm afraid this kick it's not gonna work. It doesn't have that low end, which is needed. I usually do my kicks transient as the loudest point of the track, and you can easily find out, like, you can normalize the kick in Cubase, I think everywhere else. Like, you watch the shape of your kick, and if the loudest point is in the first few samples, then it's good, because it means it has a good transient. Like this one is the fourth sample, is the loudest, almost the loudest point of the kick, which means its transient is really great. But you can hear it actually, it's really snappy. But the low end just it's not really good compared to the Balearic Balls track. It's a really clean and really low bottom. And it's just weak. This one is just so I'm going to boost it up. With a better low end. I actually working on a kick sample pack. I made actually 2 already. I just not enough kicks. I actually already made like 300. But I have the low parts separated. I'm gonna choose a fitting low end to the key. Wow, that's really. It's gonna be beautiful, guys. This one has that low end what I actually need now. Oh yes, it's already much better, isn't it? It has the beef, that really low end, where kick should really end. What you actually feel in a club, in your lungs. Oh, it's just beautiful, guys. It's amazing. Oh. I'm not sure if you can notice the difference through the live stream, but there's a big difference actually. I just need to make the automation again, because there is an automation on the kick, and since I changed the whole thing, it's gone. The original ends actually really high, like it's like a deeper bass line should end or something, and it just doesn't have that really low end, which for example it is in the Above and Beyond track. Actually, it's noticeable now that the bassline is actually pushing out the previous original kick, because the low end is just weak there. But this new one has a much deeper low, so it's not clashing with the bassline anymore. my ears fresh. I should make pauses in every 10 or 15 minutes. Oh my god, too many questions. I'm not even sure what you meant where you asked what did I do with the kick. I actually um, kept the original top of it because it's really snappy and it's I liked it, but the low end was weak, so I chosen a better low part for my kick, and I actually just glued the two sample together, but not like with an EQ or something. I actually cut out the transient of my low sample, which is basically actually sine waves. So you need to glue it together with the top. That's what I did in Cubase, because it's really actually for me it's really easy to work with the samples here. And I noticed actually that the low part was much quieter than it should be, because it's supposed to look like a bullet or something. You need to have some consistency in your sample or something like that. So I actually turned up that low part's volume to make it more equal with my top part, and that's how I got this beautiful kick drum without any phasing issues, because most of the guys are just, I like this top sample and I like this low end, and they try to glue it together with just an EQ or something, or just a volume fade in and fade out setup or setting. I just it's like 95% in the cases you got phase issues there, because you have to make sure that your phase is correct, like goes up and down properly. I'm not sure if I answered your question. Wow, I hope so. Track spacer, I'm not sure what's that. I'm gonna check it though. What? If I'm not lower my sample 18 dBs before the mixing stage, my plugin is not working a lot. Why? It's digital. These are just numbers. The software is calculating the same thing anyways, in my opinion. It's the same thing when the old school mastering engineers tell you that make sure you have 3 dB headroom or something, because you want to make sure that your track isn't clipping. But in digital, it doesn't really matter in your software if it's -3 dB the peak is on minus 3 dB or minus 6 or minus 10 or anything, since it's just, you need to normalize it. It's gonna be the same thing, not like 15 or 20 years ago on analog gears. That's a different thing. But since it's for the digital thing. Some analog emulations. Alright. I can imagine that actually, if it's a really analog emulation. I don't really use those actually. The kick doesn't really need to be in the same key in the video top. I mean, the kick's key is gonna be, you know, the key of a sound is like a fundamental frequency of the sound, which is gonna be, in the case of the kick, it's gonna be the lowest and loudest part of your kick. And it's not gonna be the top, so probably if you see this sample, for example, this huge part is actually the lowest and loudest and longest part of the kick. So it's gonna be the fundamental frequency of the kick, and that's the only thing you have to care about. The top is not really matter. It's actually doesn't really have a tonality. It obviously has that, but it's not gonna be audible. My trick is to check the keys frequency. I usually transpose its tone like 2 octaves or 3 octaves up, where you actually start to hear its actual key, like it's start to sound like a percussion element or something. But you can actually hear the tonality, because obviously now it's too loud, too low to actually hear its key. But if you push up like 2 or 3 octaves, you will start to hear its actual key, and you will start to see it on analyzers where it is. For example, in Cubase you can actually, you probably don't see it, but it shows which certain frequencies is which key. And it's a big help for me. But you start to hear it at 2 or 3 octaves upper. That's my trick actually. Nothing special. It's the easiest thing, I think. I'm using a Fireface 800 sound card, which knows much more than I actually use. It has loads of inputs and outputs. I actually use only my wires, but it's pretty good because I could manage the routing with the microphone and my software recordings. So you are able to hear my actual desktop audio and my microphone in the same time, because I was routing the through it. This is my sound card software, and it has actually matrix, and here you can route pretty much everything to anywhere. It's actually an old sound card, but it's a really good one. It knows much better than I could ever use. And my monitors are Mackie HR824s, and there is a sub, but it's actually the old one. There is a new one since then. I just get used to them. It's not the best one, obviously, but in my opinion, it's much more important to know your speakers, and it takes like years just to know what you are hearing actually. And with analyzers are a really big help if you know what you see. I'm thirsty. I'm speaking a lot. baseline isn't good. guys, I'm struggling. It's so hard, but I think it's not good because the reference track is in different key, and it tricks me, I'm afraid. It's not so bad. Getting there slowly. Yeah, I'm on Cubase. Thank you, Stradex. Yeah, I became affiliated on Twitch, but I am not even sure what does it mean. I've seen these bits or what are those, but I don't even know how these things working on Twitch. Still pretty new to Twitch. sounds a bit industrial techno. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I'm streaming for 1.5 hours already, and I have a really huge success on my kick drum. It's something, guys. It's something. I have a wicked kick. It sounds big, actually. Yeah, it's a really slow process sometimes. Sometimes I can finish a mix in a day. Sometimes it takes weeks because I stuck with something. Some sound just doesn't work and need to change. Maybe sometimes even on the music, and because it's just not able to sound really punchy sonically what I imagined musically. It's just a freaking groove yet. It's not even the musical parts yet. I think this key was a really bad decision. But this is the challenge. You know what? It's not even bad. It's pretty good so far. what I mentioned, it's actually much different than these intros. It's much more bouncy. It's shorter bass lines which are bouncing. I think it's pretty good so far in the low ends. I like it actually. There is that pulsating low end, and as I hear, it's not really clashing with the bass lines with the kick drum. I'm not sure in this one single sound. I feel it's even better without it. shaping, guys. It's shaping. It's good. Yeah, a lot of tweaking indeed. It's all about tweaking. All the small details. Like half decibels can make actually difference. And when you realize that it's getting more serious. It's all about the flow when you make the music itself, but the mixing and mastering is, for me, it's not really about the flow. It's more like, for me, it's more like the science part of the electronic music, which is also very interesting, because actually you can figure out why and how can you be much more effective sound wise, sonically. No, I don't use any multiband compressors on the master channel. Actually, it's pure. There isn't anything on it. Just the this Magic AB plugin and the analyzer. Nothing else. And this EQ, just monitoring the low end. Sometimes I turn it on and off. Actually, I'm trying to keep my master channel clean, because the reason, even though if you just put one single EQ on it and just raise the, for example, the high end like 2 dBs on like 14 kilohertz or something like that on the master channel, it's gonna have an effect on your every single channel, like on your kick drum, on leads, or on the percussions, every single thing in your track. And I think it's definitely bad if you want to boost your high end on master, just because, for example, your hi-hat's not really like crispy and clean enough. It's much better if you go back to the mixing state and you just try to raise only the hi-hats or the volume of your hi-hats or something. Because if you EQ the whole track, one single EQ with a small setting, like just 2 dB raise, it's gonna have a really bad effect actually on your whole track, on the phase and on the waveform, and you don't need that. It's actually, I'm trying to keep my tracks master channels just clean. I don't even use anything in the end, just a limiter, nothing else. Not a single EQ, not a compressor, just a limiter. And that's it. Because if your mix is good enough, you don't need actually anything, seriously. Even, especially when you are using group channels with like glue compressors. Actually, I use the OTT compressor as gluing my channels, like for my bass stack group channel and my percussions. I put just OTT on it, which is actually fucks up the whole audio already enough. So you don't need that on the master channel, definitely, in my opinion. I'm not sure if what's the plan for group therapy. Hopefully they're gonna start playing the EP pretty soon, maybe tomorrow, probably tomorrow, but maybe just next week. We'll see. Actually, I'm not gonna tell us yet, but it's gonna be fun in 2 weeks. All right. I'm doing this for 2 hours, guys. Time flies. I think I can finish like a alpha version of the mixing today. Like I only have just the drop section with the super soul leads. The breakdown isn't a big deal because it's just bad and the pluck sound. And we'll see. No, I can't finish it. I only have like 15 minutes left for today. Jesus Christ! I wanted to finish it. Or I'm gonna be pretty quick. Let's see the leads. I still have to do the kick automation as well. Alright guys, I think I need to finish the live stream now. Yeah, but it's not finished yet, and I'm definitely will continue this tomorrow to finish it. But I'm 100% sure I'm gonna finish definitely tomorrow. Even though it's not gonna be perfect, but it's gonna be pretty much finished. But now I have to say bye to you guys. I'm so sorry, but thank you so much for watching me again. It was fun. Have a great day, you all, and I'm gonna upload this stream. If you just realized I did this for 2 hours, don't worry, because I'm going to upload the whole thing to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/sunnylexofficial, and you can watch the whole thing back again. And yeah, see you later guys. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.